If you're over 60 and your erections have become soft, unreliable, or even completely disappeared, this might be the most important message you hear all year. Because the truth is, your performance isn't just fading with age. It's being strangled silently by something you can fix. Forget risky pills and surgery. The real solution Big Pharma hopes you never find is brewing in your kitchen right now. See the shocking 4-ingredient drink. Gentlemen, if you're navigating life beyond 60 and finding that your erections have become frustratingly soft, disappointingly unreliable, or have seemingly vanished altogether, the words you're about to read could genuinely represent the most crucial insight you encounter this year. The uncomfortable reality often masked by well-meaning platitudes about aging is this. The decline in your sexual performance isn't merely an inevitable consequence of the calendar pages turning. It's frequently being silently choked off, starved of its vital force, by an underlying physiological issue that, crucially, is within your power to address. This isn't about resorting to pharmaceutical shortcuts with their potential side effects and dependencies, nor does it involve invasive surgical procedures. The solution lies in something remarkably simple, yet profoundly effective, a specific, natural beverage you can prepare in your own kitchen in under 60 seconds. This unique formula works by fundamentally addressing the core problem, encouraging a powerful surge of blood precisely where it's needed most, thereby helping to restore the kind of rock-hard, dependable erections you may have resigned yourself to believing were relics of a distant past. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Dr. Lucy Stone. Over the past 30-plus years, I've dedicated my career to the specialized field of men's health, guiding thousands of men just like you, through the process of reclaiming not only their physical strength and sexual vitality but also their deeply rooted confidence and the intimate connections that enrich life. My practice has been built on a foundation of natural solutions, steering clear of the risks and limitations often associated with conventional medications. What I've witnessed repeatedly, and what I need you to understand with absolute certainty, is this. Your body possesses an innate capacity for function and response. The machinery hasn't broken down irreparably. It simply requires the correct, targeted support to overcome the specific obstacles that age and modern life can impose. One of the most pervasive and damaging misconceptions I encounter daily is the assumption that plummeting testosterone levels are the sole, or even primary, culprit behind erectile difficulties in mature men. While testosterone certainly plays a role in overall vitality and libido, fixating solely on this hormone misses the critical, often dominant factor: poor circulation. Think of it this way: an erection is fundamentally a hydraulic event. It relies entirely on a rapid, robust influx of blood into the spongy tissues of the penis, facilitated by the relaxation of smooth muscles and the dilation of blood vessels. If the intricate network of arteries and veins responsible for delivering that crucial blood flow is compromised, sluggish, or constricted, it simply doesn't matter how much testosterone is coursing through your system. The essential delivery mechanism is impaired. The blood cannot reach its destination efficiently or in sufficient volume, leading directly to the frustrating symptoms you're experiencing: the softness, the unreliability, the absence. This circulatory bottleneck is frequently exacerbated by factors like arterial stiffness, endothelial dysfunction, where the inner lining of blood vessels fails to signal properly for dilation, chronic low-grade inflammation, and even the insidious effects of prolonged stress. The encouraging news, the core of my message today, is that enhancing circulation isn't a lost cause. There exists a potent, entirely natural pathway to unlock your body's inherent ability to boost blood flow, revitalize those pathways, and restore function. Remarkably, this pathway begins with 4 humble, readily accessible ingredients likely already sitting in your pantry or refrigerator, overlooked treasures waiting to be combined into a powerful daily elixir. Stay with me, because in just a moment, I will meticulously guide you through this simple 1-minute drink protocol that has empowered countless men over 60 to experience significantly firmer erections, noticeably stronger and more reliable performance, and a resurgence of confidence they had long ago consigned to memory. Before we delve into the transformative details, if you haven't already taken this small step to prioritize your well-being, I strongly encourage you to hit that subscribe button and activate notifications. This ensures you never miss out on the powerful, science-backed tips and strategies I share specifically designed to help men like you reclaim feelings of strength, confidence, and control in this vital aspect of life. Furthermore, your engagement is invaluable. If this message resonates with your experience, if it speaks to a challenge you're facing, please type 1 in the comments below. It signals your interest and helps me understand your needs. Conversely, if this doesn't feel relevant to you right now, type 0, and crucially, let me know how I could tailor this information to be genuinely helpful for your unique situation. Your feedback directly shapes the content I create. Alright, gentlemen, let's get to the heart of the matter, starting with the foundational element of this entire formula. It's not a synthesized compound in a capsule, nor is it some rare, exotic import. Chances are high you've casually strolled past it countless times in the produce aisle, completely unaware of the profound circulatory power it holds within its vibrant flesh. I'm talking about the humble beetroot. This unassuming root vegetable is, quite simply, nature's ultimate circulation booster, and it all begins with this unlikely candidate unlocking blood flow in a way few other natural substances can match. The profound impact of beets became undeniably clear to me years ago through the experience of one of my patients, Robert. A robust 66-year-old retired firefighter, Robert came into my office radiating frustration and a palpable sense of defeat. He looked me in the eye and confessed, "Doc, I still love my wife deeply. I still desire her intensely. But my body, it just refuses to respond the way it used to. It's like the connection is broken." Sadly, Robert's story was not unique. I've heard variations of it echoing in my consultation room more times than I can count. However, I knew precisely where to begin his journey back. Not with a prescription pad for little blue pills, not with hormone injections, but with the potent, natural power of beets. Now, I can almost hear the skepticism. Beets? Seriously? The stuff that stains everything. I understand the initial reaction, but I implore you to hear me out. Beets are far more than just a colorful addition to a salad or a jar on a shelf. They represent one of nature's most potent, scientifically validated tools specifically beneficial for older men seeking to reclaim their foundational strength and sexual vitality. The secret lies in their exceptionally high concentration of natural dietary nitrates. When you consume these nitrates, beneficial bacteria in your mouth and gut convert them into nitrite, which is then further transformed within your bloodstream into a molecule of paramount importance, nitric oxide, NO. Nitric oxide is the master key. It acts as a powerful vasodilator, meaning it signals the smooth muscles lining your blood vessels to relax. When these muscles relax, the vessels themselves widen and dilate. This dilation is the critical event that allows blood to rush through your circulatory system with significantly reduced resistance, flowing more freely and abundantly to every corner of your body, including, and especially, the genital region. This is not abstract theory, it's well-established physiology. When systemic blood flow improves, particularly the microcirculation to delicate tissues, everything begins to change for the better. Erections become noticeably firmer, more substantial, and crucially, more reliable. Energy levels, often sapped by poor peripheral circulation, naturally rise. Even cognitive function and mental clarity can improve because your entire body, including your brain, is finally receiving the optimal oxygen and nutrient delivery it was designed for. Robert faithfully incorporated the beet-based drink I'll soon reveal into his daily routine. The results weren't immediate magic, but within days, he reported a tangible shift. "Doc," he said with a growing spark in his eyes, "I have more energy just moving through my day. I feel more alive, more present. And yeah," he added with a knowing look, "things are definitely working better down there too. It's like a switch got flipped." The benefits of beets extend far beyond the bedroom. They are renowned for supporting cardiovascular health by helping to lower elevated blood pressure, reducing systemic inflammation, a silent contributor to countless age-related issues, and aiding the liver in its essential detoxification processes. So, embracing this simple root vegetable isn't merely about enhancing sexual function. It's a holistic investment in vitality. It's about actively reclaiming the robust health and vigor that the cumulative stresses of time and life may have subtly eroded. However, here lies a crucial secret that most men completely overlook, limiting their results. Simply eating beets, whether roasted, boiled, or in a salad, often isn't enough to unlock their full nitric oxide potential. To truly supercharge the effect and ensure your body absorbs and activates this vital molecule rapidly and efficiently, you need to combine beets with one incredibly simple, yet potent, synergistic ingredient. This next addition transforms the drink from merely effective to truly unstoppable, accelerating the process and maximizing the blood flow benefits precisely when you need them most. To unleash the complete, rapid-acting power of the nitrates within beets, you need a partner, a catalyst. Fresh lemon juice. Not the sugary preserved lemonade concentrate found in bottles, but the juice squeezed directly from a real, fresh lemon. I'll be perfectly honest with you, when I first started recommending this specific combination to some of my older male patients, I was often met with puzzled, even slightly incredulous looks. Lemon, doc. What on earth does tart lemon juice have to do with, well, down there? But without fail, once they committed to trying the combination, they quickly understood. They felt the distinct, positive shift in their body's response. Robert was no exception. You see, lemon is far more than just a flavor enhancer to make the earthy beet taste more palatable. It's a powerful biological amplifier. Its significance lies in its exceptionally high concentration of vitamin C, ascorbic acid. This potent antioxidant plays an indispensable, scientifically validated role in the nitric oxide pathway. Vitamin C is crucial for protecting nitric oxide molecules from rapid breakdown by free radicals in the bloodstream, thereby extending their vasodilating lifespan and effectiveness. More importantly, vitamin C actively facilitates the enzymatic conversion process that transforms nitrite into the bioactive nitric oxide gas within the lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium. Without sufficient vitamin C acting as this essential cofactor, you're leaving a significant portion of the beet's potential benefits unused, results literally left on the table. With fresh lemon juice added, however, you're effectively lighting a fire under the entire process. The nitric oxide effect becomes significantly more powerful, sustained, and efficient. Blood vessels open more fully and stay relaxed for longer. Circulation flows faster and with greater volume. For a man navigating his 60s, 70s, or beyond, this optimized blood flow can make the critical difference between a hesitant, partial response and achieving a firm, confident erection that endures. The advantages of incorporating lemon extend well beyond its partnership with beets in boosting nitric oxide. Lemon juice possesses inherent properties that contribute holistically to male vitality. It's a natural anti-inflammatory agent, helping to calm chronic low-grade inflammation that can damage blood vessels and impede flow. It actively supports the liver's detoxification processes, aiding in the removal of metabolic waste products and environmental toxins that can burden the system. Its electrolytes and water content significantly improve cellular hydration, which, as we'll discuss shortly, is fundamental to all bodily functions. Furthermore, lemon has been shown to help modulate cortisol levels. Cortisol, often termed the stress hormone, is a significant, often overlooked enemy of male sexual performance when chronically elevated. It directly constricts blood vessels, counteracting nitric oxide, suppresses testosterone production, dampens libido, and erodes the confidence essential for intimacy. By helping to lower excessive cortisol, lemon contributes to a calmer, more balanced physiological state, the ideal internal environment for sexual function to flourish. Robert reported back after consistently using the beet-lemon combination for just a few days. "Doc, it wasn't just the bedroom where I noticed a difference. I felt mentally sharper throughout the day, more positive in my outlook. My wife even commented that my skin looked clearer and healthier." This encapsulates the profound beauty of addressing health concerns naturally. The benefits cascade throughout your entire system, enhancing well-being far beyond the initial, primary goal you set out to achieve. While the combination of beets and lemon forms a formidable foundation for restoring circulatory health and nitric oxide production, we can elevate this formula to an entirely new level of effectiveness by incorporating a third powerhouse ingredient. This is a natural root with a centuries-old legacy in traditional medicine for supporting male vigor and vitality. Modern scientific research has now caught up, providing robust evidence to confirm just how remarkable its effects truly are. This root doesn't merely offer passive support, it actively enhances blood flow, provides a scientifically documented boost to testosterone levels, and directly combats one of the most pervasive enemies of reliable male performance: chronic stress. Let's explore this vital component next. That potent natural root I alluded to is ginger. It stands as one of the most powerful, yet consistently underappreciated, allies available to any man over 60 determined to reclaim his physical strength, drive, and self-assurance. My conviction in ginger's efficacy is deeply rooted in clinical experience, like the time I introduced it to Harold, a long-standing patient. Harold was 72, intellectually sharp, engaged with life, but carrying a quiet burden of frustration. "Doc," he confided, "my drive has evaporated. My performance is completely unpredictable. Some days maybe, most days not. Honestly, it's humiliating." We had already initiated work on his circulatory system using the potent beet and lemon duo, and while he noticed some improvement, the transformation truly ignited when we integrated fresh ginger into his daily regimen. Ginger transcends its common identity as merely a warming kitchen spice or a remedy for an upset stomach. It is a veritable powerhouse of bioactive compounds, notably gingerols and showgales, with profound implications for men's health. Modern clinical studies provide compelling data. Ginger supplementation has been shown to significantly increase serum testosterone levels in men. Research indicates potential rises of up to 17%. For older men experiencing the natural, gradual decline in testosterone that accompanies aging, this represents precisely the kind of gentle, natural nudge their endocrine system often needs to regain balance and vitality. Crucially, ginger doesn't just raise testosterone passively, it also stimulates the pituitary gland to increase production of luteinizing hormone, LH. LH is the key signal from the brain that instructs the testes to produce testosterone. By enhancing this natural signaling pathway, ginger supports the body's own testosterone production in a way that feels stable, sustainable, and integrated, avoiding the peaks and crashes associated with synthetic hormones. What makes ginger particularly invaluable for the mature male grappling with performance issues is its remarkable ability to modulate the body's stress response, specifically by lowering elevated cortisol levels. Stress is arguably the silent assassin of male sexual function. It operates insidiously. Chronic stress triggers the release of cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that actively constrict blood vessels, directly opposing the vasodilating effects of nitric oxide, suppress testosterone synthesis, extinguish libido, and chip away at the very foundation of confidence required for intimacy. Over time, this creates a vicious cycle where anxiety about performance itself becomes a major stressor. Ginger acts as a potent physiological countermeasure. Its active compounds possess adaptogenic qualities, helping the body manage and adapt to stress more effectively. Ginger calms an overactive nervous system, significantly reduces systemic inflammation, which is often exacerbated by stress, and promotes a state of physiological relaxation and readiness. This is the optimal internal state from which genuine, sustainable performance naturally emerges, not as a forced exertion, but as a flowing expression of vitality. Harold returned for a follow-up appointment just weeks after adding ginger to his drink. The change in his demeanor was palpable. He stood taller, his eyes held a familiar spark, and he grasped my hand firmly. "Doc," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "I don't know quite how to explain it, but I just feel like myself again. That feeling I thought was gone for good." This is the true power of ginger. It doesn't merely mask symptoms or provide a fleeting artificial boost. Instead, it works at the root level, addressing underlying hormonal imbalances and stress physiology to facilitate genuine, lasting healing and restoration. Now, with beets providing the critical nitric oxide for vasodilation and blood flow, lemon enhancing the absorption and efficacy of that nitric oxide while reducing inflammation and cortisol, and ginger boosting testosterone production and further calming the stress response, we have established a remarkably solid foundation for restoring function. However, even this potent trio can be significantly hindered, its benefits muted, if your body is deficient in one fundamental, often neglected element. This isn't a specific vitamin, mineral, or exotic herb. It's something your body depends upon relentlessly, every single minute of every day. When this element is lacking, performance suffers quietly but profoundly, regardless of other interventions. Let me illuminate why this final piece is absolutely non-negotiable. Even with optimized blood flow from beets, enhanced nitric oxide activation from lemon, and balanced hormone support plus stress reduction from ginger, the entire system can falter if your body is starved of deep, cellular hydration. Most men vastly underestimate the devastating impact even mild, chronic dehydration can have on every aspect of their physiology, including sexual function. The consequences are insidious and directly sabotage performance. I recall Leonard, a 69-year-old patient who embodied active aging, mentally alert, physically engaged through daily walks, conscientious about his diet, and even experimenting with various supplements. Despite these efforts, he arrived at my office expressing a persistent frustration. "Doc, I just don't feel my full strength returning. I'm putting in the effort, eating clean, moving my body, but the physical response, it's just not reliably there." My first question cut straight to a potential core issue often overlooked. "Leonard, how much plain water are you actually drinking throughout the day?" He chuckled somewhat sheepishly and admitted, "Honestly? Probably not nearly enough. I forget, or I just drink coffee until the afternoon." Hydration might seem mundane compared to discussions of hormones and blood flow, but it is absolutely foundational. When your body experiences even a relatively minor state of dehydration, a deficit easily accumulated through inadequate fluid intake, diuretics like caffeine or alcohol, or simply the reduced thirst sensation common in older age, a cascade of detrimental effects occurs. Your blood volume decreases slightly, and what remains becomes thicker and more viscous. This thicker blood flows less readily through your circulatory system, including the microvessels critical for penile erection. Simultaneously, dehydration triggers a stress response, causing blood vessels to constrict, vasoconstrict, as the body tries to conserve fluid, further impeding blood flow. Nerve signaling, essential for arousal and maintaining an erection, can also become less efficient. For a man striving to achieve and sustain an erection, this combination is a perfect storm of silent sabotage. Muscles, including those involved in sexual response, don't contract as efficiently. Stamina plummets. Energy levels dip. And erections become frustratingly inconsistent, unreliable, or may fail to materialize at all. This is precisely why I advocate moving beyond plain water for optimal hydration and incorporating nature's superior hydrator, pure, unsweetened coconut water. Coconut water is a revelation in fluid replenishment. It's isotonic, meaning its electrolyte concentration closely mirrors that of human blood plasma. It's exceptionally rich in crucial electrolytes like potassium, essential for nerve function and muscle control, including smooth muscle relaxation, and magnesium, a vital mineral for hundreds of enzymatic reactions, energy production, and muscle relaxation, which also acts as a natural calcium channel blocker aiding vasodilation. These electrolytes are not merely added, they exist in coconut water in a naturally balanced, bioavailable form. Coconut water doesn't just replace lost fluids, it does so while simultaneously helping to relax blood vessel walls, complementing the nitric oxide effect, supporting healthy nerve transmission, critical for arousal signals, and ensuring your heart muscle functions optimally. All these factors synergistically translate into a significantly improved physical response when intimacy is desired. Leonard made the simple yet pivotal change. He incorporated a cup of pure coconut water into his daily beet-based drink. The results were noticeable and swift. "My energy levels lifted noticeably within a couple of days," he reported. I felt less sluggish in the afternoons. My wife said my skin looked less dry, more vibrant. And yes, he confirmed with a satisfied nod, things started working again. More naturally, more predictably. The biological reality is stark. Without adequate, electrolyte-balanced hydration acting as the essential transport medium, even the most potent nutrients derived from beets, lemon, and ginger cannot be efficiently delivered to the cells and tissues that desperately need them. Imagine your circulatory system as a complex network of roads. Coconut water ensures those roads are well maintained and flooded with the necessary fluid, plasma, to keep traffic, oxygen, nutrients, hormones, flowing smoothly to its vital destinations, enabling your entire body, including its sexual response system, to perform optimally. Now that we've thoroughly explored the unique and synergistic power of each key component, beets for foundational nitric oxide and blood flow, lemon for amplifying nitric oxide efficacy and reducing inflammation/cortisol, ginger for testosterone support and stress modulation, and coconut water for essential deep cellular hydration and electrolyte balance, it's time to integrate them into a single, simple, yet extraordinarily potent daily protocol. This is where the theoretical understanding transforms into tangible, actionable steps you can implement immediately. This next part is where your journey to reclaiming vitality truly begins. Understanding the why behind each ingredient is crucial, but the transformative power lies in the how, the practical combination. Let me provide you with the precise, step-by-step method to blend these 4 powerhouse ingredients into one simple, life-enhancing drink you can prepare consistently in less than a minute. When I first shared this exact recipe with Alan, a resilient 74-year-old gentleman recovering from a series of health setbacks that had profoundly impacted his confidence and vitality, his initial reaction was understandable skepticism. "Doc," he said, a hint of weary doubt in his voice. "If something this straightforward could really make such a difference, I figure I've got nothing to lose by trying it. But it seems almost too simple." His willingness to experiment, however, yielded remarkable results. Merely a week later, Alan returned for a check-in, and the change was immediately visible. A genuine smile spread across his face, and his eyes held a brightness I hadn't seen before. "I wish I'd known about this 10 years ago," he stated emphatically. "The difference isn't subtle. Here is the exact protocol. 1. Beets. Take 2 medium-sized, raw beetroots. Thoroughly wash them to remove any dirt. Peel them using a vegetable peeler to eliminate the tough outer skin. Chop the peeled beets into rough chunks. This makes them easier for your blender to process efficiently. This quantity provides the optimal dose of dietary nitrates needed for a significant nitric oxide boost. 2. Lemon. Extract the juice from half a fresh lemon. Avoid bottled lemon juice, which often contains preservatives and lacks the full spectrum of bioactive compounds and fresh vitamin C. Roll the lemon firmly on your countertop before cutting to maximize juice yield. Squeeze the juice directly into the blender with the beet chunks. 3. Ginger. Take approximately 1 inch, about 2.5 centimeters, of fresh ginger root. Wash it well. There's no need to peel it if it's organic. The peel contains beneficial compounds, but you can peel it if preferred. Slice it thinly or grate it to ensure it blends smoothly. Crucially, use fresh ginger root. Powdered ginger, while having some benefits, lacks the full potency and synergistic compounds of the fresh rhizome and is not a suitable substitute for this specific formula. 4. Coconut water. Pour 1 cup, approximately 240 milliliters, of pure, unsweetened coconut water into the blender with the other ingredients. Ensure it contains no added sugars, flavors, or preservatives. Look for brands that list only 100% coconut water or similar on the label. 5. Blend. Secure the lid on your blender and blend the mixture on high speed for 30 to 60 seconds, or until completely smooth. The goal is a homogeneous liquid where all fibrous components are fully broken down. 6. Consistency. Optional, the resulting drink will have a thick, smoothie-like texture due to the fiber in the beets and ginger. If you prefer a thinner, juice-like consistency, You can strain the blended mixture through a fine mesh sieve or nut milk bag into a glass, pressing down to extract all the liquid. Discard the remaining pulp. However, many men find the fiber beneficial for digestion and blood sugar regulation, so consuming it unstrained is perfectly acceptable and often recommended. Choose the texture that suits you best. Consumption. The optimal timing for consuming this drink is typically 30 to 60 minutes before anticipated intimacy or physical activity. This window allows sufficient time for the nitrates to be converted into nitric oxide, the ginger and lemon compounds to enter the bloodstream, and the hydration effects to take hold. However, a significant and welcome surprise for many men is the noticeable improvement in how they feel even hours later, a sense of heightened alertness, grounded energy, and a reconnection to their physical presence and vitality. You are not chemically forcing your body into an artificial state. You are providing it with the precise natural support it needs to function optimally, and the response, when the support is correct, can be remarkably swift and profound. Alan described the sensation vividly. It wasn't jittery, like caffeine. Not artificial at all. About 45 minutes after drinking it, I felt this warm, steady rush of energy, like my body was finally waking up properly again. This encapsulates the true beauty of this natural formula. It transcends merely improving sexual performance. It facilitates a holistic resurgence, helping you feel more authentically yourself, energized, present, and vital. Now, you might naturally wonder about the tangible experience after drinking it. What specific sensations or changes can you realistically expect, and how quickly might they manifest? Let's demystify this process, as the reality often pleasantly surprises men who try it. What actually unfolds within your body after consuming this synergistic blend? This is the phase where skepticism often melts away, replaced by tangible experience that solidifies commitment. When Alan first incorporated the drink into his routine, his feedback was immediate and enthusiastic. He called me the very next morning, his voice brimming with a mix of astonishment and relief. "Doc, I don't know exactly what alchemy is in that mixture, but I haven't felt this mentally clear, this physically steady, or this fundamentally strong in years." It's remarkable. His experience is far from unique. Consistently, men report noticeable effects that are both discernible and often surprisingly rapid. Typically, within the 30 to 60-minute window post-consumption, many begin to perceive a subtle yet distinct internal shift. This might manifest as a gentle feeling of warmth spreading through the chest, arms, or notably, the lower abdominal and pelvic region, a direct sign of enhanced blood flow. Others describe a quiet, sustained surge in energy levels, distinctly different from the jittery spike of caffeine or sugar. It feels grounded, natural, and integrated, akin to your body's essential systems finally coming fully online after operating in a diminished state. As the nitric oxide-mediated vasodilation takes full effect and blood circulation significantly improves, the functional benefits become apparent. Erections develop more readily, feel substantially firmer and fuller to the touch, and demonstrate greater resilience and staying power. The time between arousal and full erection often shortens noticeably. Sensitivity to touch frequently increases, enhancing pleasure. Men often report feeling more in tune with their bodies, experiencing greater control over timing and response, and feeling more deeply connected, not just physically, but emotionally, to the experience of intimacy. This profound sense of integrated connection is what fundamentally differentiates this natural approach from the mechanical effect of pharmaceutical options like PDE5 inhibitors, e.g., Viagra, Cialis. You are not merely triggering a localized physical reaction through a drug. You are nurturing your entire system back into a state of balanced readiness and responsiveness, reclaiming a natural state of being. The positive effects frequently extend well beyond the immediate context of sexual activity. Many men report enhanced mental clarity and focus throughout the day, a welcome reduction in the typical afternoon energy crashes, improved stamina for daily tasks and exercise, and a general uplift in mood and sense of optimism. One patient captured this holistic shift perfectly. "It's like my body finally remembered how it was supposed to function." How to show up. These are not merely isolated physical changes. They represent a cascade of emotional and psychological benefits. When your body responds reliably and strongly, a deep-seated confidence naturally returns. You carry yourself differently, standing taller, moving with more assurance. There's a renewed sense of certainty in your presence. This revitalized energy and self-assurance are inherently attractive. Your partner senses the shift, you feel it resonate within yourself, and life, including intimacy, regains a sense of excitement and possibility that may have faded. This brings us to the pivotal, concluding question. Why is this approach so profoundly significant, indeed essential, specifically for men navigating life beyond 60? What elevates this simple drink from being merely helpful to becoming a potentially transformative tool in this distinct chapter of your life? The answer lies in understanding the unique challenges and aspirations of this stage, bringing the entire message powerfully home. This journey is about far more than just enhancing sexual performance metrics. At its core, it's about restoring a fundamental sense of self, a feeling of potency, agency, and wholeness that every man over 60 inherently deserves to experience and embody once more. By this stage of life, most men possess a well-honed discernment. You've navigated enough challenges and witnessed enough fleeting solutions to recognize the profound difference between temporary workarounds and something that delivers genuine, sustainable results. This discernment is precisely what makes this natural drink protocol so compelling. It doesn't merely promise a better night. It facilitates the rediscovery of a better, more integrated sense of self. I recall a deeply moving conversation with Walter, a 70-year-old former Marine, a man whose bearing still radiated strength and quiet pride, yet who carried the invisible weight of eroded confidence. His words struck a chord. "Doc, more than anything specific, I just want to feel like a man again. Like I used to feel. Not even necessarily for anyone else. Just for me. To know it's still there." I understood the profound depth of his statement implicitly. When you've spent decades leading, building, protecting, and providing, it's profoundly disorienting and disheartening when your own body begins to feel like an unreliable partner, betraying the inner vitality you still feel. This is why addressing this issue holistically matters so intensely. This drink formula directly targets the core physiological systems that aging, stress, and lifestyle factors subtly but persistently undermine: circulation, via nitric oxide, hormonal balance, testosterone support, stress physiology, cortical modulation, systemic inflammation, and deep cellular hydration. You are not forcing an artificial outcome through external chemicals. You are providing your body with the precise natural resources it needs to overcome these specific hurdles and rediscover its inherent capacity for robust function. You are unlocking a vitality that remains inherently within you, patiently waiting for the right support to be expressed. Yes, this absolutely encompasses the realm of intimacy. The ability to share deep connection and pleasure with a partner is a fundamental human need and joy. But it equally encompasses walking through your day with renewed vigor and posture, sleeping more soundly at night, feeling genuinely alive and present within your own skin, and possessing the quiet, unwavering knowledge that while age inevitably brings changes, it does not have to mean the surrender of your essential power and vitality. Walter returned to my office just 2 weeks after consistently using the drink. He extended his hand, his grip firm and sure, a broad, genuine grin spreading across his face. "You gave me back something I truly believed was lost forever," he stated, his voice thick with emotion. He wasn't solely referring to the return of reliable erections. He was speaking of the return of his core sense of self, the capable, potent man he knew himself to be. So, having explored the compelling science behind each component, the simple method of preparation, the tangible effects, and the profound personal significance, let's consolidate everything. The final insight I wish to leave you with has the potential to fundamentally alter your perspective on your health, your inherent confidence, and the possibilities that lie ahead, starting from this very moment. Gentlemen, this is the essence. How one meticulously crafted natural drink, prepared in under a minute, can work quietly yet powerfully to transform how you feel physically, how you perform intimately, and how you experience life itself during these vital years. We've journeyed through the remarkable science, the blood flow revolution initiated by the natural nitrates in beets, converted into life-giving nitric oxide. The crucial amplification and protection of that nitric oxide, along with cortisol reduction and enhanced absorption, provided by the potent vitamin C in fresh lemon juice, the significant testosterone support, luteinizing hormone boost, and powerful stress/cortisol modulation delivered by the bioactive compounds in fresh ginger root, and, finally, the indispensable foundation of deep, electrolyte-balanced cellular hydration and vascular support offered by pure coconut water. We've combined these four potent, synergistic forces into a simple, quick-to-prepare daily protocol designed to help you feel tangibly stronger, experience reliably firmer erections, and reclaim a profound sense of control over this vital aspect of your well-being. Perhaps most importantly, we've delved into what this restoration truly signifies on a human level. It transcends mere physical mechanics. It's about the deep-seated feeling of being fundamentally yourself again. It's about entering any space with quiet, unshakable confidence. It's about the empowering knowledge that even at 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your capacity for vitality, connection, and joy is far from exhausted. Your journey is ongoing, rich with potential. My conviction stems not from theory, but from witnessing real transformation in men whose profiles mirror your own. Men who had resigned themselves to believing their prime was irrevocably behind them. Men who had accepted that intimacy was a chapter closed. Men who stood on the brink of surrender, only to discover that one intentional, natural intervention could remind their bodies, and their spirits, of the enduring strength and capability still residing within. So, if these words resonate with your experience, if they ignite a spark of hope or recognition, I earnestly hope you embrace this simple protocol. Not because it's portrayed as an instant miracle cure, but because it represents a powerful message, a message delivered directly to your body, affirming its latent power, a message to your wavering confidence, reinforcing its validity, and a message to your future, declaring boldly that the most vibrant chapters may very well still lie ahead. Your potential for vitality and connection remains immense. And the most empowering truth. This potent daily ritual is merely the beginning, a foundational step towards unlocking the full spectrum of your enduring strength. And if this message resonated, offering valuable insight or hope, I kindly ask one small favor. Please hit the like button below. This simple action significantly increases the visibility of this information, helping it reach more men who might be silently enduring similar struggles, unsure where to turn for natural, effective solutions. Your click could be the catalyst that brings genuine help to another man's life. If you're eager to discover more natural, scientifically supported strategies like this one strategy specifically designed to enhance your overall health, reignite your performance, and rebuild your core confidence as you navigate maturity, please subscribe to this channel and activate notifications. Click the bell icon. This ensures you receive immediate updates whenever new, powerful content tailored for men over 60 is released. Your experiences and questions are vital. Please share them in the comments section below. Type 1 if you are committed to trying this drink protocol or if you've already experienced its benefits. Type 0 if you have reservations, uncertainties, or specific questions. I will make every effort to address them and provide further support. Finally, if you find genuine value in this message and believe in the mission of providing honest, practical health guidance to older men everywhere, you have the option to support this channel's continued work. A small, voluntary donation can be made via the link provided below. Every contribution, regardless of size, is deeply appreciated and directly enables the creation of more content focused on empowering men to live with strength, confidence, and vitality through their later years. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your commitment to your own well-being. Stay strong in body and spirit. Stay curious and open to new possibilities. And above all, stay deeply proud of the capable, resilient, and valuable man you are right now.